This is the first in a series of UDM tutorials on query editor in Microsoft Excel. Consider the following example. You have just imported the agricultural prices table. You notice that the earliest data available runs to 1908, though you only need data for years 2000 and later. And there are over 170 variables available, over 170 columns. Do you only care for US all milk, corn, and hay prices? Furthermore, you want the data to be sorted in such a way that you can immediately see the latest data. You want them sorted so that the most recent data is shown at the top row. And you want the dates looking pretty, without these trailing zeros. You can achieve all of these changes with the query editor. There are two ways to access the query editor. In Excel 2016, you may click on Data, then in the Get and Transform group, click on Show Queries, hover over your query, and when the additional information pops up, click on Edit. In Excel 2010 and 2013, you would need to go to the Power Query tab, then Show Pane, and from there the steps are the same as before. Alternatively, you may enter the query editor even before you load the table for the first time. And this will actually be necessary for some tables that have more than 1 million rows, such as the table containing the full history of all dairy and grain futures prices. In our example with Ag Prices report, in the navigator, we will first choose UDM report Ag Prices monthly, and then instead of load, we will click on Edit. And that will take us to the query editor. In this video, we will learn how to filter, sort, and transform data. My advice would be to always do the filtering first, and I will start with those steps in this video. First, filtering on time. We want to restrict the data to show only those records with report period on or after January 2000. Click on the downward arrow next to the report period. Click on Date Time Filters. Then click on After. Choose Is After or Equal to and type 1/1/2000. Then click OK. And the data is now filtered only to show records on or after January 2000. Some of our clients link to UDM tables from another file. They prefer to have the dates in predictable rows. To do that, you would first want to filter the data so the earliest data point is exactly what you need, just like we did here. And then, next to report period, click again on the downward arrow and click Sort Ascending. Alternatively, we may actually want the data to show in descending order, with the most recent data showed at the top, so we can immediately see the latest data. Again, click on the downward arrow, Sort Descending, and now May 2017 will be in row 1, or whatever date is the latest will be in row 1. Next, we will learn how to select only those variables that are of interest to us. Click on Choose Columns, then click next to Select All Columns to deselect all, and then select Report Period, Corn Price Received, Hay Alfalfa Price Received United States, and Milk Oil Price United States. You can select up to about 30 columns this way. Once you have all the columns you like, click on OK. And there you have it. Finally, we will want to get rid of the trailing zeros in the report period. To do that, right-click on Report Period, click on Transform, then Date Only. Once we are happy with the variable selection, time filters, and overall look of the table, we will click on Close and Load to exit the query editor. The data is now loaded exactly as we wanted. This completes the first video on advanced transformations of UDM tables using the query editor in Microsoft Excel.